Dr. Khusru Gadhiyali, coming from Ahmedabad, by a professional teacher and an environmentalist. It's been an honor and a pleasure for me to come and grace the occasion for this magnificent young lady who is known as the world famous garbiologist of India. I take this profound privilege to thank you all for giving me such an opportunity and would bless with all good happiness and prosperity of the life. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you.
Solid waste management small volunteers have built up ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜೀವಿ ಅಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಇವರು ಗ್ರಂಥಾಲಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷರ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅದು ಅವರ ಭಾಗ್ಯ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಆ ವಿಷಯ ಅವರು
ವಂದನೆಗಳು. I'm Mridmayi and sorry, I can't speak in Kannada. I am from Granthali Publisher and it is from Mumbai, and we have published more than 1200 books up till now. And Granthali is an institute which is more than 50 years old. So this particular book was very inspirational, and it is authored by Padmashri Dr. Sharad Pandurang Khale. Dr. Sharad Pandurang Khale is a scientist, and he has worked for more than 40 years as a scientist in BARC, the very well-known institute of India, and he has received the Padmashri from Government of India, and he is consistently working in the field of science and spreading the thought of science. So he has authored this book, and ALMITRA ma'am, as we all know, she is a legendary person, and her biography, this is so right from her childhood till now, her work in waste management, her work in environment, everything is covered in this book. So this is a wonderful book, ALMITRA PATEL, Waste Warrior, written by Padmashri Dr. Sharad Pandurang and published by her. Published more than 1200 books till now. We publish in Marathi, Hindi and English. So, and we have many books which are different and which has proven as a landmark, as milestone in Marathi. There were many books, the authors which were not known, and when
for 4 years after me to get a book written, and finally got an ideal author who's a scientist and so knowledgeable about waste that there was nothing needed to be explained. And he has been such an ego-free and accommodating author. I have no words to appreciate his cooperation in the book. Yeah. And I'd like to thank Granthali for cooperating with all my whims and wishes, including the bookmark at the last week. Yeah. And Srinivas Raju for introducing me to this fabulous location. My family for all their support, and all of you. Thank you.
A lot of distinguished guests here. I'm happy to see so much is said about her. I think I know ALMITRA for the last 40 years, 52 years. So perhaps not many of you perhaps know what all happened when we used to meet, when we used to go through the forest. She took us to places like Chitradurga and made us live in the night, right? She's a cyclist, she's a trekker, she's a mountain climber, she's an actor. She acted in a play called The Shadow of the Dead in Kannada, called the Sattavara Nerlu, which was repeated for 300 times. She acted as a Sanskrit actor. She's a great cyclist and a rich person that she is. She studied in best of the universities abroad. I think perhaps she's from Harvard. Not many, MIT. One of the finest persons that I have met across the environmentalists, across the board. And she never spoke about, and she never even tried to get credit for whatever she had done.
There are QR codes, 35 QR codes, which you can scan, and you can listen to Pandit Kumar Gandharvji. His speech, his thoughts about music and his music as well. So all these things about Granthali, and of course we want all of you to get connected to us as you have connected with the ma'am of book. Sharad Kaleji will speak, and there is a many common things amongst Sharad Kaleji and ALMITRA ma'am, because both of them are striving for environment and Ghana Kachra Vyavasthapan, what we call. So there are many common things, and so this book is going to be a combination of both of them as two brilliant, wise, intelligent people, and we can go through her journey. Because kitna bhi hum log kahe ki I know this person very closely, but still when you read a book, you can know all the details about that person. And thank you, ma'am. And it's been, again, I'm saying pride and pleasure and privilege to be here. And all of us are waiting for that moment of book release. So let's go ahead with the book release. For book
They say that professors are half mad and scientists are full mad. So that's why I said I am the maddest person. 1.5.
I met her only yesterday evening, but of course, we were talking over the phone for the last few days. She is the anchor. She will have a conversation with ALMITRA later, and she has been the link of all of us together. You are part of Granthali, and she will introduce more about organization. And so also, when I just look around, I find very few individuals, because each of you, he has his Padmashri for the work that he has done, and he is another great fan of ALMITRA, and she told me that he has done the work. What we wanted is a release of a book, which we are seeing the dream being realized today. And to talk about him would be a long, long story. This culture, this civilization exists because we have such inspired individuals.
Even I falter sometimes, even all of us falter sometimes. That is where we should keep on reminded that there is one lady, ALMITRA, who is going to correct you. And if that feeling is there, with a stick in her hand, she never gave me any stick. No, you never gave me any stick. But I got a lot of them. You can see some of the signs on my back. Thank you very much for calling me, and I'm very happy that I have been instrumental in writing. I won't say I am the author, but you want to remember ALMITRA. Thank you very much.
पास में बैठना किस्मत मानी जाती है, उनके साथ में बैठने का अवसर मिलना ये मेरे लिए सौभाग्य की बात है। और इस बुक का ओपनिंग करना मेरे हाथ से करना ये मैम की इच्छा थी, तो उसके अनुसार मुझे यहाँ बैठने का अवसर मिला। और यहीं पे मेरे लिए जो देवतुल्य है, यहाँ ऋषि तुल्य देवतुल्य है, वो हिलेल जुड़ा साहब,
who gave it a philosophical touch. She said that you are not just doing waste handling, you are doing a job which is close to your heart, so much needed to this earth, and so many great things here. And Mohan Kondakji had specially asked me to come. I have come here. It's a great pleasure to meet all great people of this country who are associated with ALMITRA. Just to be associated with ALMITRA will make you a great person. Thank you. Profound privilege in my lifetime career to stand in front of such dignitaries who appear to be very, very simple by heart, but excellence at a par. I consider myself to be very lucky but this will directly come from my heart. I have no words to express my happiness to share the chair with such a personality, magnificent personality, whom very, very well known all over India and all over the world. A big applause and a big
On the day when he expired and in the Alps, his plane crashed. That day our sir gave such a beautiful lecture. That was second day, that is 25th January 1966. Change your goal. So Dr. Homi Baba was responsible for my becoming a scientist.
The capital of Maharashtra, and we have come to the capital of Karnataka, Bangalore. It's such a privilege and pleasure to be here. What is Granthali? Granthali is, you can say, Granthali has published this book, but the work, great ideas, great work, and most importantly, great people, and today I can say mad people. So, Granthali is a public trust and it is running since 50 long years. So we are celebrating our half a century this year, and on this occasion in this year, this is a very special year for Granthali as well. 2024, in this coming December, we will be completing 50 years. And one is awareness about science to rural and urban areas of not only Maharashtra, but we are covering India also. And Sudeshji is in Granthali since the inception of Granthali, since a very long time, since the beginning of Granthali, and he is a crucial person to take the books to the corners of Maharashtra. And now we cherish books, that is Granth we call in Sanskrit, and hence the name Granthali. So we are very proud and privileged to be here today. And as the time has passed, the time has changed. We all have become digital. So and I request Arun Joshi ji to felicitate Raju Srivastava ji.